Now that's what I call a welcome, huh? I love it. Wow, that's impressive. We're getting some good cause and effect going here. And you deserve that kind of a welcome.
Thank you.
So I asked Christy to come up, and not only is she up here, but here, let's move up a little close. But before she leaves, she's going to offer you a way to be able to, for free, take what we're teaching here even further, like a gift, more of a gift. But I want you to get a sense of it because I've done her work personally, and so she's going to tell you what it is. I'll show you kind of how it worked out for me, and you'll see how it just fits so beautifully into the puzzle of, there's just not one right way. There's inching into the chair, however you have to get there. So Christy's work, as you can see there, is about unleashing your genius. And she talks about something called your zone of genius. And I think you have a little story that actually illustrates really well how this works for people. So,
I do.
And let me let you share.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Well, because what I do really is help entrepreneurs and professional advisors stop being everything to everyone, which I know is a big challenge, and help them.
Who can relate to that, like everything to everyone? And that's what causes all this reinventing the wheel all the time, right? Like this one wants this and this one wants that.
Exactly, like the example over there. So, but what we really want to do is define and market your unique genius, and that's what I do. And I'll tell the story about a client of mine because I think it's just such a great way to learn from, just like you do, Lisa, here, teaching by having other people tell their stories.
Yeah.
And I had a financial advisor come to me, and she said, I am so frustrated because I am so good at what I do, and my clients love me, but for the life of me, I cannot figure out what makes me unique, what sets me apart. So in my process, I said, well, listen, we have to look at your whole life, not just your work life, to figure out what makes you unique in your business.
So you see, what I was sharing with you is looking at your clients and the words they're using, and now where we're entering is looking at you, your life, your whole life.
That's right, exactly. So my question to her was, what do you do for fun? And what this financial advisor did for fun on the weekends was listen to motivational audios and read motivational books and, went to those kinds of seminars. But to her, that didn't have anything to do with balancing a portfolio, finding the best mortgage rate, making sure her clients had the right insurance. So, but I knew that it did. And I also knew that if it was who she was at her core, it would show up in a whole bunch more ways.
Right.
So I said, okay, that's what you do for fun now. It sounds really deeply embedded in you, but let's just test this. What did you do for fun when you were a kid, in high school? And you know what she did for fun as a teenager was she was a cheerleader. So it has always been about motivation, right? That's who she is at her core. You have to be able to stand up and defend this in court, that it's who you are at your core,
and she makes
you are not moving off.
Yes.
Yeah, I make you, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So I knew it was who she was at her core, but to her it didn't connect necessarily to how she was different in her work. So I said, listen, give me 6 of your ideal clients. Give me their names and numbers. I'm going to call them. And she said, well, that's the problem. I don't know exactly who my ideal clients are. They're all different. They have different incomes. Some of them are corporate. Some of them are entrepreneurial. I said, just give me the 6 you love to work with. Give me their phone numbers. So I phoned all of them. And every single one of them, when I asked them, why did you choose her? Why do you stay with her? Why do you refer her to others? They all said, because she's motivating me, because she's a positive light. I mean, the impression I got was she was like a drill sergeant and a compassionate coach rolled into a financial advisor. But here's the point. She had no idea that who she was at her core was actually setting her apart. It was her differentiator, and it was what was driving the definition of her ideal client. Because her ideal clients, that's what they wanted. So that's the process.
And this got me curious, right? Here, back up. I keep backing up so they can see you, and then you back up behind me.
Because I
want to give you the center stage.
Okay.
So this got me curious when I heard this story, because I thought, well, we've obviously become a multi-million-dollar business focusing on our clients and their words, but of course we're all like egocentric, so we're like, wonder what it is about me that attracts people. So I did Christy's work, and the part I would love if you could share about is this thing we did about pillars. What is a pillar? And we can show some. You guys want to see some of my pillars? We'll see if it lines up. We'll test it out.
We'll test
it. Okay.
So a pillar of genius in my methodology, in the blueprint that I've designed, it's really a pattern that shows up in your whole life, and you're probably walking right past it right now. You know, it's a pattern that's who you are at your core, and it's so natural for you, you don't even know you're doing it.
Yeah.
So it shows up everywhere, but it turns into a pillar of genius when we know it's three things. It's who you are at your core. You could defend it in court. Number 2, it sets you apart from the pack. And number 3, it manifests as a benefit for your ideal clients. Now, not your non-ideal clients, because they'll keep walking, just like Lisa teaches us about the dog whistle, right?
So should we show mine and see the
Let's
tests?
do it. Let's do it.
We'll see them there, but they'll see them here.
Oh, okay.
So we'll show you a couple of my pillars, and we've been using them in my marketing to see if they attracted you, and we'll put them to the test.
All right, let's do it.
What do you think? This is kind of cool, right? Another way to back into it. So here's one. This is from a recent e-zine, the Invisible Clothes Sales Nugget. And the pillar is showing up matters, right? And so can you tell them how we got to that? Or
Yeah, how we got to it
So
was-
one of my pillars, we identified 5, is that I really believe, and I could defend it in court, right?
It sets you apart from the pack.
Sets me apart. And what was the other one?
Manifests as a benefit for your
And it's a
ideal
benefit
clients.
for my ideal clients that
That's right.
I really believe. Do you get that? That showing up matters. It's something I do. It's something I ask you to do. Can you kind of see my energy shift even when I talk about it? Right? It's a pillar.
That's right. And how we get to it is I asked Lisa 1,000 questions. You know, what does she do for fun? What does she believe in? What are the life experiences that have shaped her? And this pillar is so embedded in who she is at her core because those life experiences that have shaped her have formed that. And the strategic consciousness of that means that it can be written about in an e-zine. So
Yeah.
it's just perfect.
So I started using the verbiage that I learned from my own pillars because, you know, Christy's taught me that it's part of what attracts people to you. So
And
the-
it benefits us.
And it benefits my
Because you're
clients.
teaching us to show up and you're
Yeah.
making us step forward, and that benefits us.
Right.
Benefits me every day.
And it was so easy to write an article on this. When it's your pillar, it's just like, oh yeah, maybe it'll be a 5-part series, you know?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's show them the next one.
All right.
Ready? And you guys have seen this all. This is pulling from marketing we've done in the last year since I worked with you. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you present
So this
one.
pillar is your pillar of genius around one-step multiple wins.
Now, how many times have I already said that? Who's heard me say, do you like to do one thing that gets you a lot of results already at least 3 times? Yes? So it's a pillar.
Yeah, but you're teaching it so deeply from your core. When we talked about just your personal life, choices you make in your personal life.
Yes.
They are based on this pillar. I mean, it is solid as a rock.
Right, and people that like that too, like you guys, where you want to do one thing. Remember, I even talked earlier about it having a result on this plane and the other plane. Do you know, one step, getting all these results? You know, it's part of what my ideal clients are attracted to as well.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Efficiency.
Okay, and let's see, I think there's one more. So this was from a series we did called Automated Income Secrets, a telesummit we did earlier in the year. And which one is this?
This is the same pillar showing up in a different way.
Oh,
Right?
oh, make the most of your time.
That's right. One step, multiple wins.
Right, automate. You can be in all these places at one time. So it started to come out everywhere. And really what happened for me that's so powerful is I was able to start using it consciously because they're already there, right? Just like your transformation you provide is already there.
Right.
And I know it's like, who cares about me? What are your pillars? We'll give you a chance to find that out, okay? But I just wanted to get a sense of what this is. And this one is one that I've known, that mindset is so important to me. But doing the work to really look at my pillars of genius had me see that it was one of my core, my 5 core, is that, you know, the mindset matters. And the way we've
Mindset
been
matters.
saying it is, you know, the mindset behind the money and things like that, but it's like mindset matters. And I got the exact words of how I express it, not so much how my clients express it.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And this benefits us every day as well. So often pillars of genius are not just what you do, it's how you do it differently than everyone else. Because you can say, well, I'm a financial advisor, or I help with, you know, yoga or whatever, interior design. But your pillars of genius are how you do it differently than everyone else, that are solid as a rock and make you unique.
So we thought it would be fun for you to also have a little go at this for yourself. So if you guys could pass out the gift, what Christy created, I think I have one up here. One second here. We'll just do this real quick because we're going to be going into a break soon, but it's
Sure.
really important. It made such a difference for me. I want to share. I'm going to need the form as well. I might have it here. Actually, I do have it here. So we'll work together as a team to get these out. And really, it's something that she and I talked. I'll wait till everybody gets it. It's basically, though, just a complimentary opportunity to take a look and start to unleash your zone of genius. See what your pillars are. And once they get the sheet, I'll let you tell them what the two things are. And we wanted to actually support Christy's work because we believe in it. So right now, if you want to put your name and email and you'd like to, it basically opts you in. You start to get communication from Christy. You get these gifts. If you ever don't want to, it's, one click away to not receive that. But I don't have time to do a lot of people's work, and I found it very powerful for me. So I want to share it with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does everybody have one? No. What you guys raise your hand because we need to see the sections. Raise your hand up high if you don't have one. So did they stop somewhere here? Oh, they're still coming. Okay. Got it. These are big, long rows. All right, go ahead and tell them the two things. Did they check one box or the other, or are they just automatic?
No, you're going to get them both.
Oh, you're getting both. They're not checked boxes.
I should have checked both boxes.
So make sure to put your name, at least your first name and your email clearly, and then she'll deliver these to you virtually after. And you guys, come on, if you're sitting here hemming and hawing about this, you came all this way to see me. I'm telling you, I did the work and it's useful. This is not the place where you have to be in a big, huge decision mode right now. Just put your name and email. She'll send you the gift. If you like it, you'll use it. If you don't, you'll unsubscribe. It's really, that's all there is. There's no automatic charging of your credit card or anything like that.
That is correct.
We're not that good.
That is correct.
Okay,
so there's two things. The first is an audio, and it walks you through the 3 mistakes that people make when they're looking for their genius and why you're walking right past it. Because your genius is in your quirks. It's in your so-called flaws.
It's in the
things you do every day that you don't even know you're doing. Like, wasn't it normal to do 20 spreadsheets for a family camping trip? Like, that kind of thing.
Isn't it normal to search 8 hours for the best flight rate to save $28?
Exactly. I could use other examples of yours that we came up with in your
We didn't talk about it in advance.
We didn't talk about it in advance. But in any case, that's what the audio is about, is why are you walking right past it and showing you how to not do that. And then the worksheet that comes with it is just a simple one-page worksheet.
We're going to collect these in like 30 seconds, so make sure to do that part.
And it's a work your quirks worksheet. It forces you to say, what are your quirks? What are your so-called flaws? And let's flip those things into what your genius is, because your genius, I'm telling you, it is hiding behind those things. So that's what the audio and worksheet is.
And then, are you guys taking care of if the people on the live stream want to get this too? All right, I recommend it. Cool.
Yes, we have links. And then,
anything else?
Should I talk about the strategy sessions?
Well, the big thing is that
that.
Christy's here. So she's here for 3 days. If you want to talk to her more, personally, do you have a booth?
I've got a booth right there, right through those doors.
Okay,
so I'd love to talk to all of you.
Yeah, she has opportunities, like if you want to talk to her personally in a strategy session to find out more about her work could benefit you, you can do that at the booth. And also, she's following my lead here and on the Kindle, right? All these you get entered to win a Kindle for the people that turn it in right now.
Yes, thank you for
she's
reminding
drawing
me.
for a Kindle, so that's kind of fun too. So anyway, thank you for sharing your work with us. Did we cover everything?
We sure did.
Okay, it's awesome. Let's hear it for Christy. This is an example. This is an example of getting clear about what you do. Right here, having a system. Really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for the gift.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. All right.